Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fire Institute for tonight's Friday Night Football matchup between the visiting Tigers of Chagrin Falls High School and your Geneva Eagles. Geneva High School and Chagrin Falls High School wish to make a special note that good sportsmanship is an integral part of high school sports. Geneva High School and Chagrin Falls High School requires all athletes, coaches, and fans to practice with only positive support. Tonight's game is a Chagrin Valley Conference contest, and as such is a game between friendly rivals. Fans are reminded that the rules and spirit of good sportsmanship should be followed through this contest. We hope to enjoy the game and help to make it a rewarding experience for all involved. Please remember, good sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. The officials designing this contest are approved by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their important part of years throughout the game. The officials deciding tonight's game are referee Jim Lambert, umpire Charlie Altier, head linesman Timmy Lambert.
Test, test, test. Testing, testing. Tigers. Here in week 9. I'm your special guest, my AP Gut. Eagle team, we know what to expect. The win game. Who do you expect from the Tigers tonight?
Tigers are looking to get the ball to Mount Hardy as often as possible. Hardy averaging 57 yards a game rushing, 35 or so yards a game passing. So he puts up a lot of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember to get your 50-50 raffle tickets from the athletic boosters.
So
Remember to bring your man senior night polo on color. Geneva Athletic
I do. I can appreciate some kickers. Serving as the unofficial kicking coach for the previous 2 seasons. Yeah, some good blocking there on that kick. Pretty good return. Going to be good field position for the Eagles.
Eagles come into this one coming off the loss against Perry, a rough one. A little picked up, but you should be Douglas. It was a guard spot. Here's Young under center. And he's taken down. Kane for an Eagles first down. Mark him down around the 45-yard line.
Eagles blocker on that one. And got the secondary, and guys had to come off their blocks and made that tackle. Nice run on the rest.
For head coach Donald Shimsky, you can't ask for a better start than that. Backfield from left to right is Smith, Wilson, and Deemer. Young under center getting the play call. The snap, hand to Wilson right up the middle. Got some space upfield, and he'll be wrapped up around the 22. 2 big plays back to back to open this game.
Pretty big hole on that left side, and he could have drove a truck through there.
11:15 left to go in the opening quarter. Eagles, 2 plays, 2 first downs. Here are the Eagles now from the 22. Young this time hands to Smith. Wide open around the right side. That's one man to beat. Dives into the end zone for the Eagles. Touchdown. 6-0. Eagles lead. Only took them 3 plays.
Yeah, set up by some nice blocks by those horses out there. 3 big plays all the way down the field very quickly.
Great start for the Eagles there. The Eagles in all but 3 games this year have scored on their opening drive. Now here's Pfeiffer on the kick. Dave, tell me, what's your experience with the Geneva High School Kickers in your 18-year career as the loud mic announcer? That kick is good by Pfeiffer.
She was excellent. Just not a lot of work in kicker. It's hard to find guys that can kick consistently. In the last couple of years, they've been able to pick up some soccer.
Yeah, Pfeiffer mentioned he's a soccer kicker. He actually dropped soccer this year. Kicked the squad. After big open drive. The Tigers looking to punch back. Yeah. He's so down the middle, fielded around the 20. the
Yeah, that's going to be their MO. Get the ball to Hardy, maybe some quarterback draws, and some quick passes. Try to keep it balanced.
offense and a couple of sophomores, a freshman. So that's what out. With them, Vinci's pass intended there for Beavers. Defense has been exceptional all season. Here's Vinci. Hit this ground. And he's wrapped up by a couple of Eagle defenders. That was Wilson and Queen. He's going to keep himself up the middle. First down. Yeah. We're going to loss of yardage.
Brings up third down and 24. Brings up fourth down. Cover on the play, recovered by the Eagles. Eagles will have first and 10 from their own 9-yard line. Wilson, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Brought down by Albert. Not before picking up the Eagles. First down. Eagles, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Picking up another Geneva first down. Eagles will have first and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Smith, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Gain of 5 brings up second down and 5. Pete, the ball carrier for Geneva. Brought down by Butler and Toss. Brings up third down and 1. Pete, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Brought down by Frederick, but not before picking up the Eagles. First down. Geneva, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Weaver, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Brought down by Dixon, 15. Brings up third down and 3. Ball carrier for the Eagles. Brought down by Sellers. Brings up fourth down and 1.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. We had a nothing short of a debacle on the audio side. We're now using our crowd noise microphone. Hopefully you can hear us both now.
Yeah, we're going to get real close, share a mic, you know, like rockers do when they're singing a ballad together on stage.
Oh, this is awesome. Eagles have it 1st and 10 from the 43. Pitch to Rice around the right side. Gets to the edge. Makes a juke move. Cuts backfield up the left sideline. He's got one man to beat. Gets around the corner. There's a flag on the
coming
play.
Back with a block in the back. Boy, I'll tell you what, he outmaneuvered the entire Chagrin Falls team and was cruising, and there was a completely unnecessary block in the back.
You know, that's a shame. That was a heck
Wasn't
of
even
a
close
play.
to the play.
Despite the unmatched effort by Rice there, that play is going to come back due to a block in the back.
How's it sound now? Can you hear me now?
55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Eagles lead 7-0. Ball is spotted on the 43. Running clock now, 48 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Young under center this time. And hand to Pete. Tries to cut up field, and he'll be swallowed behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 2.
Boy, after marching down the field with relative ease on the first drive, the Eagles are finding it difficult to move the ball in the Chagrin defense.
Clock winding down to about 17 seconds now. Eagles are probably going to let this one run out. Eagles more than likely going to try to get Chagrin to jump off sides. And, they're going to run this play. Hand to Smith around the right side. Chagrin wasn't ready for it. He's down and flipped to about the 15-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter. Eagles up 7-0. Have it 1st and 10 from the 15.
Yeah, Grant Albert's on the stop there, the safety. It's going to be a long night if the defensive backs are making all the tackles for the Tigers.
Typically in a spot like that, Hardy's making the tackles, and we haven't seen him yet take the field, number 10. So we're just going to assume he's out for this match. As the Eagles flip sides of the field to start the second quarter, they have it 1st and 10 from the 16. They have the Chagrin Falls defense back on their heels. Dave, what have you seen this drive?
Well, as soon as I said the Tigers were stopping the Eagles much more effectively on this drive, Eagles started moving the ball. So it's going to be one of those ground and pound games, the way that Coach Shimsky likes to play it, run the ball, wear the defense down.
And that's the story of about every game for the Eagles. As Rice in motion, fake the pitch, Young to pass this time, fires downfield. That ball is over the head of Queen.
It's okay on first down there. You're down near the goal line. You want to throw the ball once or twice. I expect them to go right back to the run.
Those Beavers with the pressure on Young there. The 2nd and 10 from the 16. $11:53 left to go in the half. In motion is Deemer, and Young's going to keep himself up the middle. Good for a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, keeping the defense honest there. That's the first straight keeper design run for Young.
And typically we see about 6 of those a game. $11:25 left to go in the second quarter. Young in the shotgun. Next to him is Wilson. Smith in motion, and he'll hand to Smith around the right side. Finds a hole and dives, and they're going to mark him just short of the end zone on the 1-inch yard line.
Yeah, I mean, he had Deemer out there lead blocking for him, but there really wasn't anybody there. Smith with a pretty clear shot there, 10-yard run, gets it down to the 1-yard line.
Now, you hate to see it. We have a player down on the field. Looks like Hink.
Might be a cramp or maybe a helmet to the calf or something, the way he's grabbing his leg. I hope that's all it is.
One can hope. Never in a high school game, you never want to see a kid go down, end his season, especially week 10.
Might be an ankle there. Looks like he doesn't want to put any pressure on it, hopping off the field.
Yeah, that's the cornerback, Hink, being helped off by the medical staff.
Geneva has an awesome trainer, D, out there assisting the Chagrin Falls medical team.
Yeah, shout out to D. Graber. She is the best. From the 1-yard line, that's Young on the keeper. Good for the Eagles score, 13-0. Eagles lead, 10:54 left to go in the first half.
Now we get to have that kicker conversation again.
Yeah, this is try number 2. Here's Pfeiffer on for the extra point. Dave, you talked about it earlier when you were muted. Tell me a little bit about your liking for kickers.
I do love some kickers, near and dear as the unofficial kicking coach for the previous 2 seasons for the Eagles. I like to see a good kicker. We haven't had a lot of kickers at Geneva. I mentioned earlier on the broadcast a number of years ago back at Memorial, we had a ladies soccer player, Eliza Cobelt, shout out. Was an excellent kicker, barely missed it. I don't know if she ever missed an extra point. But, we don't get a lot of kickers here unless they're converted soccer players, and usually they find some success.
Yeah, there's number 9, Owen Pfeiffer, go to the extra point to go up 14-0. He's a converted soccer player. decided to not play soccer this year and join the football squad, and he does still run cross country.
Yeah, some similarities kicking a football and kicking a soccer ball, but I watched quite a few YouTube videos as the unofficial Geneva Eagles coach for the last 2 years, so there are some subtle differences.
Pfeiffer lining this one up to kick off. Back to receive for Chagrin Falls are Frederick at the top of your screen and Vinci. Kind of rare you see a quarterback back to receive for your team. Here's the kick.
It's a pretty good kick. That's the best kickoff of the year I've seen out of Pfeiffer. That's a touchback, real deep one. Bounced inside the 5, rolled into the end zone.
And it's still rolling.
Excellent kickoff. Gonna put that one on the highlight reel.
Yeah, throw that one on the huddle.
That's right.
After the touchback, Chagrin Falls will take over at their own 20-yard line, looking to improve compared to their last drive after they got a first down and then were pushed back after a big sack by Jake Wilson down to 3rd and 25, couldn't convert, and then were forced to punt. Here's Vinci with an empty set.
Still no Hardy, so you wonder if he's injured or what.
As Dukas dragged down for a loss of about 1 by Matt Wright there. .10:40 left to go in the half. Chagrin Falls has it 2nd and 11 from the 20-yard line. We mentioned it earlier. I don't know if if our microphones were working at that point. Vinci runs back to the sideline in between every single play.
Well, no telephone game with the Tigers. It's right from the coach to the quarterback to the huddle. And here's the play.
Fakes the handoff this time. Fires cross body. Good catch there by the tight end.
Yeah, he went up and got that one.
That was Beresford for a 6-yard gain.
There were 3 guys there, but he looks like a tall fellow, so he had no problem jumping up and grabbing that.
As a Tiger fan, you have to hold your breath there. As a coach, you hold your breath. That ball's a little slow, not a lot of movement. Looked like a Phil Necro knuckleball. But Beresford came out with the catch. 9:25 left to go in the half. Here's Vinci with Dukas in the backfield with him.
Meanwhile, all the kids are Googling Phil Necro.
High snap there. Vinci keeps it himself. Loses the tackle and gets the first down there.
Tough angle on that one. Matt Wright had him in the backfield, but not a great angle at the quarterback there, and he was able to skirt by him.
Tigers convert on 3rd down for the 2nd time tonight. They have it 1st and 10 from the 31. This Eagles defense, I talked with a couple coaches, a handful of players. They're going to try to put as much pressure in the backfield as possible, as there's Vinci on the keeper, dragged down by Wilson for a short gain.
Yeah, Wilson got off that block pretty easily, handled the quarterback.
Coach Shimsky and a couple other guys told me they're going to try to line up with a 5-man front, apply pressure to their relatively young offensive line, and just try to get into the backfield as quick as possible. They let the ball go quick, the quarterback does on pass plays, try to get to him before he can let go of the ball.
Yeah, and you saw that pressure there on that last drive when he tried to throw deep. He got a lot of people in his face pretty quick.
8 minutes left to go in the half. Snap to Vinci, handed Dukas around the left side. Tries to get a corner there, and he'll be dragged down
Nothing
behind the line
going
of
on.
scrimmage. Tigers trying to go tackle to tackle, can't get much to go.
We got 3rd and 11 here. I'm guessing we're going to see some pressure by the Eagles, maybe a quick pass, and see if they can try to break one. But the Eagles have been pretty good at shutting them down so far.
7:17 to go. 3rd and 11 from the 30-yard line. Eagles looking for a big stop. Has a receiver in motion. He'll pitch the receiver.
Trick play.
Fires downfield complete near the first down marker.
Halfback pass there from Zimmer on the pitch, and they get the first down.
Good catch there by Beavers to get the first down. Went to the back of the playbook on that one.
You know, I spoke with Coach Shimsky this week about possibly putting in a special trick play named after me, but that time the Tigers are the ones pulling out the tricks.
At halftime, we could maybe work out a naming system for that one. We could call that one the Yost play. Go talk to the Tiger staff.
Oh, Shim promised me. He's got one in the book. He's not sure if they're going to pull it out tonight.
There's Vinci. Pressure there by Furlan. Loses a defender, and he'll gain about 3. .6:20 left to go in the half. If you're just tuning in, we have a special guest with me tonight, my AP government teacher, Mr. Dave Yost.
Well, my mom always said I had a face for radio, but this is TV without us being in it.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. You can wear whatever you want.
I think it's pajama night for the kids, so I wore my pajamas. At least that's what my son told me. It was pajama night for the kids.
2nd and 7 from the 46 now. Here's Vinci. Back to throw. Has Beavers at the sideline.
No number on that one. 12.
I apologize. That was not Beavers. That was number 12, a man that is not on our roster.
The nameless man.
We have a couple nameless men tonight.
You hope that maybe they ripped their jersey and they didn't just transfer in a whole bunch of new guys for tonight's game.
They marked the nameless receiver there, just short of the first down marker. Tigers have it 3rd and 1 from the 48 as the clock winds down to 5:15 to go in the half. Vinci under center this time, tight end in motion. And he's going to keep it himself up the middle. Good for a first down.
Tigers with the ball in Geneva territory. I know Coach would probably like to get a stop here, maybe get the ball back, run his 2-minute drill, and see if they can pick up another quick score before half.
Tigers have it at the 45. Vinci under center. Receiver in motion. Pitch to him. He threw the ball last time. He'll keep it, and he's dragged down for a short gain. That was Zimmer. Wilson with a big stop there. Chagrin has it 2nd and 10 at the 45. Now, if you're Chagrin, do you try to score quick here, or do you hold on to the ball, kill as much clock as possible so the Eagles don't have a chance?
You know, normally I would say run the ball out, but with as methodical as Geneva is, they need quite a bit of time themselves to move the ball down the field. So flip a coin on this one.
2nd and 10, Vinci's going to throw. Quick pass near the sideline. And they're going to say that pass is complete. That was Zelch with the catch. Short gain there. It'll be 3rd and about 7. .330 left to go in the half. Looks like the Tigers are going to take their good time on this one.
Yeah, I don't think they want to give Geneva the ball back, seeing as how they haven't really been able to stop the offense yet.
Third and 6 from the 41. That's Dukas in the backfield with Vinci. Vinci to throw near the sideline. That pass is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, pressure in his face once again. This young offensive line cannot stop the Geneva pass rush.
Fourth and 6. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. Vinci doing his regular run back to the sideline. And we have a Tigers timeout. So, Dave, if you're the head coach of the Chagrin Falls Tigers, are you going for it here or are you punting?
I don't know. I'm at a loss on this one there, Jack. I feel like it's been difficult for them to pick up 6 yards on any plays. But what are you going to do if you punt? You get a bad snap, you snap it over the head. What if you muff the punt or you kick it 10, 15 yards? You might as well just go for it. Hopefully you can keep this clock running and keep Geneva's offense off the field.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. They had a couple pass plays, all short yardage. Not a lot doing really on anything. They've tried to go tackle to tackle. Outside run hasn't been working. They've gone inside. When it's been intentional, it hasn't been great. When Vinci keeps himself, he's gotten a handful of yardage. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense out there.
Yeah, if you're the coach, you're not sure on this one. Their best play so far has been a trick play, and it was only 11 yards.
It was Zelch in motion. Vinci's going to pass on fourth. Near the sideline, complete. Did he get the first down, though?
Looks like he did.
And they're going to give him a first down. Little out route to Zelch. We have first down, Tigers. Clock frozen at 2:56. Tigers have first and 10 from the 30. As Dukas to the left of Vinci. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Looking for a pass. And he's dragged down for...
Wilson's having himself a first half.
That's Wilson's second sack of the half. Big one there. Drops Vinci around the 40. The Eagles will call a timeout here. That's their second of the half. They have one remaining. Big play by Wilson there to put a stop to this slow, methodical drive the Tigers have been putting together. Makes it a lot harder for the Tigers to march downfield, score, and put them in a position where they may have to punt if they don't gain much more yardage.
Yeah, this quarter, I mean, Geneva had the ball and used up, half the quarter, and now Chagrin has the ball, using up the other half the quarter.
If you're just now tuning in, the Eagles lead 14-0 over the Chagrin Falls Tigers. Tonight, I have a special guest with me, Mr. Dave Yost. Dave, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. I spent 18 years in the press box, and all I had to do was say what everybody told me to say. So now, you put me on the spot once in a while, and I'm just not good at this yet.
There's Vinci in the backfield. Keeps himself to pass. Pressure coming. Nobody can get to him. That pass is going to be thrown out of bounds. Incomplete.
That saves Geneva another timeout as well.
Pocket collapsed quickly there. Just about every Geneva defensive lineman was applying pressure.
Well, you got to feel for these young offensive linemen out there getting a lot of pressure from some pretty good Geneva defenders.
.235 to go in the half. Chagrin has it 3rd and 15 from the Eagle 38. Looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. There's Vinci under center. In the shotgun, excuse me, that's Dukas to his left. Looking to pass again. Pressure coming, throws near the sideline. And that pass, they're going to say that pass is incomplete.
That's a couple times there, Jack, where they run those timing routes to the outside, and the throw's just really late. It's getting there, it's sailing a little bit, and these receivers have to go out of bounds to catch the ball.
Tigers have it 4th and 15 from the Eagle 38.
Again, saving the Eagles another timeout by throwing the ball.
And they're going to keep their offense out there. It's a big opportunity for the Eagles to really pounce and get great field position to run the 2-minute drill and score. Vinci to pass again. Pressure coming. That's Wilson.
Oh, man.
And he's going to be sacked.
Yeah.
He got out of
it.
it. Vinci turning upfield, looking for a man.
Nobody there.
Wide open is Beavers.
Oh, Rice.
Nothing but mayhem on that play. Pass tipped away by Rice.
That was backyard football on a Saturday morning.
Vinci got out of the pocket to the right side, escaped 2 Eagles linemen, reversed field, fired a bomb downfield to Beavers, and it was incomplete, tipped away by Rice. So the Eagles take over at their own 38 with 2:15 left to go in the half. And so far the Tigers have been unable to stop their ground game tonight.
That was their best drive, and they came up empty again.
That's a big stop for the Eagles to come in and potentially score for a 3rd time in the half quickly.
We'll see what Coach Shimsky has up his sleeve here with 2:15 left to go. See if they open up the playbook and throw the ball a little bit.
Pitch there to Deemer around the left side, and he's going to be dragged down around the 45. Looked like there might have been a face mask there, but no flag. Tigers thought they had a fumble there, but the whistle blew before the ball came out. So the Eagles have it 2nd and 4, just past the 45. Smith in motion, pitch to Smith. Around the right side, head full of steam, gets the first down and more.
And there's the late flag. See what the side judge signals holding against the Eagles.
And that's a big break for the Tigers to slow some of that momentum down on the Eagles side.
Yeah, it was another big run there by Smith.
What looked like great blocking turns out being a hold. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 36. Clock running, ticking down to 1:20 in the half. Eagles looking to punch one in for the 3rd time in the first half. Here's Young in the shotgun. Swings out to his left, looking for Rice downfield. Oh, that's Smith. Tipped and caught, and Smith is going to get out of bounds. Ball looked like he was going for Rice, and Smith came up with that one.
Not sure why he didn't run out of bounds there.
Got the first down, but it looks like the refs are going to say he stepped out of bounds. Big play there, flip sides of the field for the Eagles. They have it at the Tiger 33 with 1:05 left to go in the half. Young in the shotgun now, 3 receivers to his left. Takes the snap, little screen play to Rice. He's wrapped up quickly. He'll gain about 3. the screenplay, I talked to Coach Donald Chimsky. I see him in the hallways because, he's a teacher at GHS. Talked to him in the hallways about the screenplay. I said, Coach, how come you don't run a lot of screens? He said, this is a play we're working on. We want to run it. We have the guys to run it. It's just a play they haven't really executed as much as they'd like to. And they try it there, and it works out for games about 3.
Yeah, the screen's pretty much a running play. You see a lot of teams now, if they throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, then you can get blockers downfield blocking before the pass is caught. But that's tough to execute in high school. It's a lot of practice.
This Eagles team has more versatility than a lot of the past teams we've had, between Deemer and Smith and Rice and Wilson and Pete, the freshmen. A ton of speed on this roster.
Yeah, they're definitely not one-dimensional. You never know who's going to step up. Who's going to be able to gash that defense.
Here's Young under center. That's Pete in the backfield. Deemer in motion. Young's going to swing out to the right side. Throws this one up for Rice in the end zone. And that's going to be overthrown. Be incomplete. Eagles have it 3rd and 6 from the 29 now.
I lost that ball in the lights.
Pressure coming. Young got rid of that one. Looking for Rice near the end zone. This Eagles offense shouldn't worry. They have 2 plays to go. Tigers defense hasn't done much to really stop them, so I wouldn't worry about this play going for a first down. You got 2 plays here. Pete in the backfield again. Hand to Smith. And he's going to keep turning his feet for Eagles first down.
Yeah, that'll stop the clock temporarily, let the Eagles regroup. As soon as the marker's set, they'll wind it.
40 seconds to go in the half. Young is going to spike this one. Eagles with 1 timeout left to go in the half have it 2nd and 10 from the 38. Now, Dave, do you keep throwing the ball here? Do you run it a couple times?
No, I think you can run it. You still got that timeout, and if you get the first down, you get the clock stoppage. So I think you can run it a couple more times before you got to get nervous.
Sometimes in a spot like this, the Eagles will try to run that halfback pass play. They love that play with Rice throwing the ball. It's worked a number of times this year. We'll see what the Eagles decide to do here. Pete to the left of Young. Young's going to pass here again. Firing over the middle. Incomplete to Rice. .32 seconds left to go in the half. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 22. Eagles started this drive on the opposite 36. Couple big plays, one by Smith to get him across midfield, passing play. Got him down to the 33. And the last few plays have struggled to gain some yardage as they have it at the 22 with 32 seconds left to go in the half.
You got Pfeiffer warming up. If they pass and get incomplete, it'd be a 39-yard field goal.
Young in the shotgun, swings out to his left. Pressure coming. He's going to keep it himself. Gets out of bounds for a gain of about 2.
Oh, here we go. Field goal. 37-yarder. Oh, 38-yarder.
Pfeiffer put in a position that he hasn't seen a lot this year. Eagles don't really line up for a lot of field goals. Dave, I know your mouth was watering watching the field goal.
It was. I'll tell you what, last year the kicker made a 41-yarder.
24 seconds to go. Here's the junior Pfeiffer. Kick is up and short.
So you got a little too far under it.
And big break there for the Tigers as they halt the Eagles' offense and take over at the 21. 19 seconds left to go. The Tigers do still have 2 timeouts. We'll see what they decide to do here.
I'll tell you what, they're pretty lucky they're only down 14 with 19 seconds left to go in the half.
both sides have had pretty methodical drives and a quick first half.
I mean, there was really only 2 possessions that entire quarter before the Eagles took over with 2 minutes left.
For those of you that have stuck with us the whole time, we apologize for the early on technical difficulties, but we got to figure it out now. The audio is set. We're good to go. Vinci's going to keep himself up the middle. And he's going to get near the first down marker. Looks like they'll say he's just short. As the clock winds down to 5 seconds, Tigers are going to let this one go out to the half. Clock hits 0, and Eagles lead 14-0 at halftime. I'm here with special guest Dave Yost. Dave, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been fun so far.
Outside of the technical difficulties there, I'd say it's been a pretty good night.
Yeah, the weather's perfect. Week 10 matchup here. Hopefully the Eagles can advance to the playoffs.
From a number of websites that I've seen and other murmurs from players, they believe they have a 40% chance of getting home field advantage if they win this game tonight.
That's good. I talked to Coach Shim. He said projections had him as high as a 6th round seed or a 6th seed, and as low as not even making it, depending on what happens to other teams tonight. So you really hope the Eagles can pull this out and earn themselves a spot in the playoffs.
Eagles come into this one 6-3, and the Chagrin Falls Tigers 4-5. With that, we're going to hand it off to the band. Enjoy the halftime show.
From the 2019 marching band season, this song showcases the Tiger seniors front and center on the field. Let it all hang out to Queen's Fat Bottomed Girls. They can play and they can march, but did you know they can groove? This song from last season features a drum break and band dance written by the senior class. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. It's Pharrell Williams' smash hit, Happy.
Want $1 back?
Make some noise for the class of 2023. We wish them best of luck with the rest of the school year. On behalf of the entire Chagrin Falls band community, thank you for listening this evening. Good luck and go Tigers!
Under the direction of Haley Baker and Anna Brown, Major Ed Advisor Cassie Burkholder, and led onto the field by drum majors Anna Maxwell and Elizabeth Welton, and head majorette Tegan Gilbert, and feature twirler Kylie Cronin. Geneva Area City Schools is proud to present the Pride of Geneva, Ohio, the 2022 edition of Marching Geneva! Tonight, Marching Geneva takes us through a kaleidoscope of colors, featuring senior trumpet section leader Isabel Cernick and head majorette Tegan Gilbert. We open tonight's show with 99 Red Balloons. Marching Geneva tries to bring us one last round of sunshine. Here they are with Mr. Blue Sky.
I have a collection of Barbies. To close our show tonight, we would like to recognize the class of 2023. Madison, Matthew, Isabel, Ray, Emily, Tegan, Noah, Marissa, Glory, Anna, Felix, Gabriella, Serenity, Zach, and I, Laura. Thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to Marching Geneva. We close our show tonight featuring the senior class with Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field. Montrose Buick GMC is proud to support Geneva athletics in our community. Please give a round of applause as Montrose Buick GMC presents the school with a generous contribution and help us thank them for all of their support.
Hope you enjoyed the halftime there. We are back, ready for the third quarter. Your Eagles lead 14-0. Leading rusher for the Eagles is Luke Smith. With 5 carries, he has 61 yards and a touchdown. Young is 2 of 5 passing with 21 yards and a touchdown. As for Chagrin, it's been Vinci all game. He has 8 rushes for 18 yards, and he is 5 of 11 passing with 28 yards. Chagrin is down their best player, Donald Hardy, with a knee injury. He really provides the entire life of this offense, as the Eagles have held Chagrin to a total of 48 yards. Eagles, on the defensive side of the ball for the Eagles, Jake Wilson has been a monster. A pair of sacks, 4 tackles, and he's been wreaking havoc on that Eagles D-line.
Yeah, I mean, the Tigers just can't get anything moving with their only offense being the quarterback. You know, the Eagles can key in on that. They know he's, a threat to run for sure. He will only throw those quick passes. The one time he tried to throw a deeper pass, he got way too much pressure. And so the defense has pretty much controlled this game for the Eagles.
Chagrin comes into this one 4-5, and the Eagles 6-3. Eagles coming off a tough loss to the Perry Pirates last week. Had a couple guys get a little banged up last week, but only one player is out, as we said earlier in the broadcast. It's the center, Matt Hoover. He got hurt a couple weeks ago, and that opens up an opportunity for Jameel Douglas to come in. He slides into the right guard position, and Jackson Furlan, the typical starting right guard, slides over to the center spot. Lions did a pretty good job tonight, right, Dave?
They have. These backs have been able to hit the hole pretty quickly, and the Eagles have spread it around quite a bit. 4 guys, not including the quarterback, getting in on the action, getting some big runs.
You said Young, not a lot of rushing opportunities, rushing yards. He's dealing with a thumb injury, passing the ball relatively well. He's getting the ball off with not too much pressure. He does have a rushing touchdown. Don't forget the Tom Brady-style quarterback sneak on the goal line.
Yeah, you can't use that Jacoby Brissett reference with his frustrating as the Browns have been so far this year.
The Eagles received in the first half, and Pfeiffer will kick this one off. To just about close out the half, Pfeiffer missed a kick from 38.
Pfeiffer has not been kicking the ball deep on the kickoff, but I tell you, He hammered one the last time, bounced, went way over the head of the returners, bounced at the 5, and skipped into the end zone. Let's hope he can keep that up.
Now, you're the kicking expert. I am not. But from what I saw, it seemed as though he was kicking line drives with some weird spin on his kickoffs, and then it looked like he just over-adjusted and got under that last kick.
Yeah, it felt like he might have got too much toe on that field goal. He got way underneath it. It was a high snap, so I can't blame it all on the kicker, I suppose.
Regardless, the Tigers would not score, and the Eagles held on 14-0 in the first half. Very quick half. Only a total of 5 drives, all methodical.
Yeah, these refs have dinner reservations, so they're really keeping the clock moving.
Here's Pfeiffer to kick off. We're underway in the second half.
Another boomer. Did it again.
That's Pfeiffer's second touchback of the game. A boom of a kick, but not exactly what the Eagles really wanted. Tigers take over at the 20 as Vinci looks to put his squad on the board. We mentioned it coming out of halftime. The Tigers only have a total of 48 yards on offense. Dave, what would you do? What would you do to maybe spark something for the Tigers?
More trick plays.
There's a keeper there by Vinci up the middle.
The Tigers are really in a tough spot because Vinci is really the only one that's doing anything, mostly with his legs. And the Eagles are definitely not fooled with Hardy being out. They're really one-dimensional.
Yeah, Hardy, really the heart of this offense. You mentioned earlier, averaged about 70 yards a game, a couple touchdowns, and he's huge at safety for them. He's out with a knee injury. It's kind of similar to that Lakeside game earlier in the season when the Eagles pulled off the upset. They were down their best player, Ja'Shawn Sanders. He as well had a knee injury, although the Tigers are not necessarily the Lakeside Dragons.
Well, it's a long season. A lot of guys get injured, and, when you lose them in key games and, you can pick up that win. More pressure again on the quarterback.
That's Hazler applying pressure. Vinci getting out of the pocket, trying to bring this one upfield, and he'll gain about half a yard.
He ran about 50 yards on that play to gain 1 yard.
That's the best half yard I've ever seen in my life.
Tell you what, he played Houdini in the first half. We had a couple of Eagles had him even ripped the jersey off of his shoulder pads and still got it away, or still got away from the defensive pressure.
Yeah, Vinci's been fighting for his life. He's all game. Yeah, really, this Tigers offensive line is very young. With a couple sophomores, a freshman, and then a junior, and then only one senior. On the bottom of your screen is Beavers. He's been the primary target all night for Vinci. In motion is Zelch. Pitch to Zelch.
Going to throw it again. Same play they ran in the first half. Eagles not fooled this time.
And that's Hazler with a big hit. It would be a sack had they not pitched the ball outside. Huge play there for Hazler as Zelch couldn't find anybody downfield on the trick play.
Oh, late flag. And he's pointing. Looks like it might be offsetting. He's pointing at both players.
Must have been some explicit verbiage. So here's some yelling from the Eagles sideline, unhappy. Didn't really see a scuffle or anything.
No.
It's an odd one there.
Well, you never know what they're talking about out there. Could be somebody didn't like the flavors at Jenny's ice cream shop in Chagrin. It's delicious. And then the Tigers took offense. They will punt, though, first time this game.
Chagrin has it 4th and 7 from the 23. I've never been to Jenny's. Is it really that good?
It's pretty good. There's always a line, though, but everybody likes the view of the falls.
Worth the trip?
It's worth the trip. If you got a special someone, you want to grab a little bite to eat, grab some ice cream after, go watch the falls. It's pretty nice there. Chagrin Falls is a beautiful community.
That being said, Smith has the fair catch around the 50-yard line. Eagles take over with great starting field position.
Tell you what, it wasn't a bad punt, though, for a high school kid.
Eagles take over at the 50-yard line with 9:18 left to go in the third quarter. Looking to score on their fourth drive of the night. They scored a touchdown, and then missed a field goal in the first half. Young under center this time. That's Wilson in the backfield. Hand to Smith around the right side. Finds a hole, and he'll gain about 7.
I like that play. That's like an arena football play. Luke gets, I called him Luke Smith. His name's Luke Smith?
Yes.
Forget about his brother. He gets a nice full head of steam and, can get the ball in that end around and pick his hole as the guys are out front throwing blocks for him.
Looks like the same play with Deemer on the flip side of the field. He gets down just short of the 30, mark at the 29 for a first down. You mentioned Luke's brother, Cole.
Yeah, sorry, Luke.
Cole was a pretty good receiver and corner his senior year when he decided to come out.
I tell you what, and he didn't play when he was younger, and he was a really great addition to that Eagles team when he played.
First and 10 from the 31,
Ooh.
and a Deemer up the middle.
Little trickeration. That could have been the trick play Coach Shimsky said he was going to call for me. I believe it was the fake handoff on the counter. The Yost play has not been called yet.
Yeah, it's much more glamorous than that. 8:10 to go in the third quarter. Eagles have it first and 10 from the 20. This drive started at the 50 as Young hands up the middle. That was Wilson for a gain of about 4. Into the game is the tight end Queen subbing out for fellow junior Matt Wright. I've talked with both tight ends. I've talked with the quarterback Ken Young. They're trying to drop something to get the tight ends the ball, to get them to score. There's not a lot of opportunities there. Here's Young, keeps it himself around the left side. Not much doing it, so he runs out of bounds for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, great pressure there by the Tigers.
It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 17. 7:27 left to go in the third quarter. 3 backs in the backfield. From top of your screen down, that's Deemer, Wilson, and Smith. Hand to Smith around the right side. Stiff arm Zelch. Gets to the
he's
corner.
going to make it in.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Untouched.
Good run there by the junior Smith. Came into this week dealing with a shoulder injury. Didn't seem to be an issue at all in this game. He's gone over 80 yards, and that's good for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Yeah, it was a nice run around the right side. He put his arm out to stiff arm, and it looked like the Tiger defender didn't want anything to do with him. He ran right past him into the end zone.
He didn't want to end up on Smith's highlight reel.
That's right.
Kick is up and good by Pfeiffer. Eagles lead 21-0 with 7:16 to go in the third quarter. If you're just tuning in, junior halfback Luke Smith just scored his 2nd touchdown of the night to put the Eagles up 21 points against the Chagrin Falls Tigers. I'm joined tonight by special guest and Geneva High School teacher, Mr. Dave Yost. Dave, thanks for joining me tonight.
Yeah, once again, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you. After calling about 14 other people who declined, you got to me on the list, and I appreciate the opportunity taking a game with the great Jack Farrell.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really a quick game. Lots of methodical drives throughout. like you said earlier, maybe the refs have dinner reservations.
Well, Geneva's MO for years and years has been to ground and pound, and just run the clock, shorten the game, run the ball a lot, wear the other team down.
There have been multiple third quarters this year, especially early in the season, where the Eagles literally held the ball for all 12 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, I know Coach would never be upset about that, controlling the game like that.
Kick away by Pfeiffer.
Man.
The ball over Vinci's head.
That's 3 in a row Pfeiffer boomed. Definitely found his groove on the kickoff.
A bit surprising they're having him kick the ball out of bounds, or out of the end zone, excuse me. All year this Eagles special teams, the kickoffs team specifically, have been pretty good. They've forced about 5 fumbles this year, and they swarmed the ball. A lot of fast guys. One guy that has stuck out all year to me personally is sophomore Jameel Douglas. He's at guard tonight, like we mentioned earlier, but he's one of the fastest guys on that kickoff team.
Yeah, he's always impressive on kickoff, but I got to tell you, as the unofficial, unpaid former kicking coach, I'd love to see a touchback every time.
Vinci to pass towards the sideline. That is incomplete.
The nameless player.
Number 12 is not on our roster for the night. So, number 12, if you or your family watch this, we apologize.
We have quite a few numberless players on the last page, but they look like they're all freshmen. I'm guessing he's not a freshman.
7:11 left to go in the third quarter. Tigers have it 2nd and 10 from the 20. They failed to get really any momentum except for that one drive in the first half. They got it down to about the 35, gave up a sack, and then the drive fell apart from there. Vinci keeps it himself. He's going to be wrapped up by Hazler behind the line of scrimmage. Good play by the defensive end, Hazler, there in his last home game as an Eagle.
Johnny just tossed him. Tossed him to the ground like a rag doll.
That brings up a 3rd and 14 for the Tigers. They've only converted on 2 of third downs today. Mentioned it earlier a couple times. The Eagles' goal on defense is to apply as much pressure to the quarterback Vinci as possible all game. And it's been successful. He pitches for another halfback pass.
A little quarterback throwback, trickeration again.
Now Zelch found Vinci on the opposite side of the field for a gain of about 5.
Looked like a face mask there at the end, I believe. Might be one of their few first downs.
I asked you earlier what the Tigers have to do differently, spark something in the offensive side of the ball. You said trick plays. And
that's their third one.
Yeah, they've run 2 since you said it.
Well, when I played Super Tecmo Bowl as a kid, I ran the halfback pass all the time.
It's a great play if you have a guy that can throw the ball.
I'll tell you what.
The wide receiver Zelch is 2 of 3 passing today.
Apparently that was not a face mask. I thought it was.
Seems like they picked up the flag on that play. Third and 2 for the Tigers. Zelch in motion. Vinci. Play action. Fires downfield. That pass is caught. Big play there for the Tigers as they get it down to the 40-yard line.
Easily their best play of the game. That was about a 30-yard pass.
That pass there to number 12.
He might have caught the defensive backs asleep on that one, I'm not going to lie.
All game the Tigers have been throwing short. That's what they're known for, having Vinci get the ball out quick, little smash routes, little routes underneath. That time it was number 12 on a fly. Tigers have it in Eagle territory now at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's Vinci. Hands to Dukas up the middle. Oh, Vinci kept that one, excuse me. Gets near the first down.
27 people watching.
5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Chagrin has it after back-to-back first downs at around the 30-yard line. Dukas in the backfield with Vinci. Vinci back to pass. Pressure coming. That's Matt Wright with the sack.
He never saw him coming. Blindside.
And they're going to say Vinci. That ball came out.
They're going to award the ball to the Eagles.
Wow. Big play there by the Eagles defense. Matt Wright with the strip sack.
We're going to have to go back to the replay on that one. I did not see the ball come out. I didn't see Geneva even celebrating until the official said it was our ball.
Replay here means double click on the left side of your screen to go back 10 seconds to watch that play again. Eagles take over. 1st and 10 at their own 38 with 4:20 left to go in the third quarter. Tigers had him on the ropes after a couple big plays, and then Matt Wright punched that one out with the sack and gets the Eagles the ball back.
Now's the time to run the Yost play.
Hand to the freshman Pete around the left side. Breaks a couple tackles. There's a flag in the backfield.
Yeah, that's in the area of holding, and he signals holding against the Eagles.
They're going to say that one was on left tackle John Alley.
Oh, man.
That was the freshman Pete on the carry, number 5. Pete is the lone freshman on this varsity squad, and he makes a big impact on both sides of the ball. Gets about 5 carries a game on offense, and he makes them all worth it. He scored the lone touchdown last week on the defensive side of the ball. He's one of the middle linebackers and really leads that defense.
He had that red zone interception last week against Moses from Perry. Great defensive play.
That was Deemer on the carry up the middle that time to get the Eagles close to the original line of game. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 39. Dave, do you pass the ball here, get something going, or just keep
second down? No, I think you've been running the ball pretty well. You keep running the ball. Keep that clock moving.
That's Pete up the middle. Good rush there. Gets him past the 45 around the 47. Brings up 3rd and a long 1.
Comes that sneak.
2:55 left to go in the third quarter. Eagles lead by a score of 21-0 over the Chagrin Falls
they're
Tigers.
in wishbone. That's definitely the sneak. Oh.
Hand to Pete there on back-to-back plays.
They're waiting for the sneak, and there you get Pete running.
In front of him. Keeps going, breaks a tackle, another, and Pete is down to the 2-yard line.
50-yard run on 3rd and 1.
Pete broke about 5 tackles on that run. Head full of steam. Big play for the freshman.
I got to tell you, they were looking for the sneak. They collapsed, and boom. Bryce just runs right on through that hole.
Broke through a slew of defenders there. Looked like he was plugged up the middle. Chagrin did a good job containing that one, and then Pete just popped out of there.
Hopefully he's not too tired from that run. You got to give it to him again. The big fella got you all the yards in this drive. You might as well let him finish it off with the touchdown.
48-yard run there sets up 1st and goal from the 2. You said it, Pete's in the backfield. Smith in motion, Hand
There
to
it
Pete
is.
up the middle.
And he's in.
Good for the Eagles score. Eagles lead 27-0. The freshman Bryce Pete with his 3rd touchdown of the year as the Eagles keep tacking on their lead against the Tigers. Big drive there for the Eagles, as a little frustration on their drive before the half. Let it out on that one. Pete led the drive there. 2 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. Kick is good by Pfeiffer. Eagles lead 28-0 over the Chagrin Falls Tigers.
Yeah, this line's just wearing down that Tiger defense. I think you're going to see a few more of these big-time runs from some of these guys. I know Coach Shimsky's going to spread it around, get some more guys involved.
Not very big rosters on both sides. That means a lot of guys playing both ways. But Chagrin has to be worn down. Big men up front have done a great job all night for the Eagles.
They finally moved their returners back to the 5 instead of keeping them at the 10 and 15.
Yeah, you've been impressed by Pfeiffer tonight. He's got 3 touchbacks in a row.
I'll tell you what, his kickoffs have been pretty true. The first one was short, and you don't know what coach is calling, if he's calling for short ones or if he's calling kicking it deep or angle or whatever, but the last 3 he boomed for sure.
Yeah, on the first return, Fredrickson had a big one for about 50. And
they're not even trying. Another touchback. Nice kicks.
Seems those game plan is to not even give the returners a chance. .2:14 to go in the 3rd quarter as the Eagles defense takes the field, trying to prevent the Chagrin Falls Tigers and Nicholas Vinci from scoring at all tonight, as they've pitched a shutout 28-0 so far. Vinci with an empty set. Motions Dukas into the backfield. He'll keep it around the right side. And he'll be wrapped up for a gain of about 2 by junior linebacker Matt Wright.
They got to get him more involved. I mean, they barely even handed the ball off to Dukas. He's in the backfield almost every play, and they never give it to him.
Yeah, Dukas typically a receiver, but with Chagrin's best player, Donald Hardy, being out, he's been a running back and the slot guy. I know we're beating a dead horse at this point, but Hardy's really the heart and soul of that offense. Out with a knee injury tonight, averaged about 70 yards, and 2 touchdowns a game. But with him being out, not much doing for Chagrin Falls tonight. 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Vinci's back to pass.
Yeah, he's over 100 all-purpose yards every game. You know, key member of that offense, and just not much going for them without him in the game.
That pass is at the feet of Beavers. Eagles trying to force a quick 3 and out, as the Tigers have it 3rd and 6 from their own 24. Assuming the Eagles do stop them on 3rd down, which would be presumably a pass, they're hoping to score quickly so they can get this clock moving, as there's a running clock after you go up by 30 in high school. Low snap to Vinci. Surveying, pressure coming. Ball downfield and incomplete. Pass intended for Beavers. Good defense there by Giovanni Rice.
Yeah, not much going on when they don't throw the quick pass. When they, when he has to roll out or when he's looking deep, there's really not much there.
Yeah, this Eagles pass rush has been too quick to really hold on to the ball that long. Your timer has to drop from 3 seconds in the pocket, really to 1.5. Just throw it as hard as he can, as quick as he can. Chagrin to punt for the 4th time tonight. High snap. Kick is nearly blocked by Furlan. It's a sky kick. Takes an Eagle bounce, and that one's stopped around the 39-yard line. Eagles take over with great field position once more.
Yeah, great field position. The last punt was much better. This one had some backspin on it, so when the Eagles cleared out and it bounced, it really took a really favorable Geneva bounce.
Yeah, last week against Perry, the ball was sitting on the wet turf. Not a lot of big bounces. Big bounce there on the turf. That one skyrocketed probably 15 feet in the air.
It's like it's spiked straight up.
That's one where special teams coach Jason Corlew holds his breath because you never know where a ball like that's going to land, bounce. You guys can't see it over there with their helmets on. So you're just hoping it doesn't hit one of your guys. 1:05 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Young under center. Hand up the middle to Wilson. And he'll get this one down to the 35. Good for a gain of about 4.
Brings up 2nd down and 5.
45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. This is the last regular season home game for the Eagles. They're hoping to win this game and get home field advantage, even though that looks unlikely. As Deemer up the middle. Good for an Eagles first down. Eagles hoping to get home field advantage with a win tonight and a couple losses from other teams in the area. You never know with high school football. There's about what seems like 1,000 games a night. Eagles hoping to, take home field advantage and maybe extend their season a couple more games for those seniors.
They're going to let this one run out, Jack, but you're right. With this expanded playoff format now, it'd be really great to see the Eagles make it to the playoffs and get a game in. This young team could really use that experience as they continue to improve every week.
And with that, the clock winds down, and we will begin the fourth quarter on the Chagrin 28 as the squads will flip sides of the field. Eagles lead by a score of 28-0. Here with me tonight is special guest, Mr. Dave Yost. Dave, thanks for joining me.
You got it. This is fun. Now, with you graduating, do you have anybody trained to call the games moving on next year, or what?
I'm hoping. I made this whole system of us doing the games online with the broadcast and everything, hoping that it would carry on for years, because I think it's really good for the school to get our guys out there, get the families that watch from far away or that can't make it to the game to watch their kids. And a lot of the guys, I know they go watch the game after. But we'll see. I'm hoping to get it extended to next year after I graduate. But, we'll see. All I can do is hope. That being said, a huge shout out to my teacher, Mr. McCoy, for really being the minds behind all this. That's Smith up the middle. He's tripped up after a gain of about 20. He'll be down around the 10-yard line.
Mr. McCoy pretty much does everything, so, I can feel the love on that shout out as well. Dude's my fixer. Every time I have a problem, I just give him a holler, and he fixes it no matter what the problem is.
Here's Young under center, hands up the middle to Wilson. Legs turning, trying to get to the end zone.
Like to see Wilson get in with the game he's had on defense. He deserves a touchdown tonight.
Absolutely. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. I want to shout out our head of the technology side of things tonight, Izzy Rose, doing a great job. Not her fault for the technical difficulties, just nothing short of a debacle in the first half. and our cameraman, Caden Davis. And thank you, Izzy, and thank you, Caden. $10:50 to go in the game. Eagles have it 2nd and 3 on the 3-yard line. Young under center. Hand up the middle.
Wilson again. See if they get him in.
Try to push the pile.
Oh,
They
man.
give it to him.
No love from the refs.
Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 1-inch yard line again. Last time the Eagles were down this close to the end zone, Young kept it on a QB sneak.
I don't think there's any question that Wilson's getting the ball again. I bet you a Polar Pop. Or a $2 scratchy, as McCoy would say.
That's Wilson in the backfield. And Young's going to keep himself
man.
again. He's going to fall into the end zone.
There's the keeper.
And that's
Oh,
good
I
for
guess
Eagles
I owe you.
touchdown.
Diet Dr. Pepper? Is that what you like?
Sure. Eagles go up 34-0 here in the 4th quarter. That was Young with his 2nd touchdown of the night. We now have a rolling clock as Pfeiffer heads out and kicks the extra point. High school rules call for running clock in the second half if a team goes up by 30 or more. As kick is up, Pfeiffer puts the Eagles up. Excuse me, that kick is no good. Eagles lead by a score of 34-0. We will have a running clock for the remainder of the game. There's 9:48 left to play in the Eagles' last home regular season game.
A little bit right on that one, just outside the upright, but he's had a pretty good game so far. Other than that missed field goal, his kickoffs have been solid.
You touched on the touchbacks there. This Eagles return, the special teams kickoff team has they've just done a lot of cardio tonight.
Well, you know what? With as many injuries as people have on kickoff, I'm surprised high school still has kickoffs.
You'd think they'd make it more like a middle school style game where they just kind of give it to you on the 25.
Well, as a guy who loves kickers, I don't mind seeing Pfeiffer kick it in the end zone every time.
Here's Pfeiffer again with another boot, this time short, fielded by Frederick. Takes this one right up the middle. Decent return there, gets down to about the 35-yard line. Chagrin with decent starting field position, looking to get on the board for the first time tonight, as they've been held really to nothing on offense, outside of that 40-yard passing play.
Looks like Coach Shimsky still has most of his starting defense still in.
And with the clock running, you'd assume that this would be their last drive. As Chagrin falls, they kind of grind out the clock, similar to the Eagles. $8:50 to play in the game. Vinci around the right side looking to pass. Fires downfield.
Nice play.
That pass is caught.
Nope, no good. He turned upfield, he got hit from behind and coughed it right up. I think he turned upfield before he made the catch.
That was Zelch, the intended receiver. Just couldn't hold on to that one. Good defense there by the Eagles secondary.
A lot of daylight there. I think his eyes got too big.
Good job there knocking that one away. That was Rice and Queen. We talked a little bit about how Smith came into this game dealing with a bit of a shoulder injury. Now he's typically the safety. Now in the game is Donnie Shimsky, the sophomore, at safety, number 15. Vinci gets out to the right side. That pass is complete. Over the middle, past the 50. Good play there by Hink. Rolling clock, the Tigers have it. 1st and 10 at the Eagle 41.
Yeah, he
49,
just settled into the hole in that zone there. He got the ball to him. One of the few positive yardage plays in the passing game so far for the Tigers.
Eagles pass rush has been phenomenal today, forcing 3 sacks, and really, Vinci's been running for his life all game. He's back to pass again. Here comes more of a rush.
Hit as he throws.
And there's going to be a flag there. Pass interference. Rice got a little physical there.
Yeah, he didn't get his head around on that one. You see the receiver's eyes light up. You see his hands come out. You got to get that head turned around, but he did not. He crashed into him before the ball, and that's going to be a penalty on the Eagles.
That was Pavlison applying pressure, as the line's been caving in all night on just about every passing play for the Tigers. Big penalty there sets up a 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for Chagrin Falls. Clock at 6:10 left to play. Dukas in the backfield with Vinci. He motions out. Empty set, Vinci rolling to his left. Up the middle as the pressure comes. That'll be wrapped up by Pavlison for a gain of about 2.
Well, Kenny just looks like a football player out there. Big, broad guy. Just looks like he wants to hit people.
He's done a good job at defensive tackle all year. Really plugging the middle, applying pressure. He had a couple sacks against West Geauga. Game clock at 5:20 to play. Vinci in the backfield with Dukas. Vinci rolling to his right, sets his feet and fires. That pass is picked. That's Giovanni Rice. Up past the 30, towards the sideline, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by the quarterback, Vinci. Eagles take over on the 45, thanks to Rice's 5th interception of the season. Rice has been a ball hawk on defense for the Eagles this year. That time got his 5th pick of the year and allows the Eagles to really close this one out with 4:35 left to go in the game.
He was in a great position on that play. He was closing. That was not his man, and he was closing, and it was sailed over the receiver's head right into his hands.
Vinci with the pocket collapsing, just trying to fire that one off. And that time it was into the hands of the defense. Outside of the penalty we just saw from Rice, he's been playing a heck of a game. He has 4 defended passes on defense, and then the interception there.
Yep. Looks like a whole bunch of clean jerseys in for the Eagles now.
In at quarterback is freshman Parker Williams. Hand there up the middle. Good for a gain of about 3. Luke Barbo, number 16, is typically the JV quarterback. One of the starting wide receivers for the Eagles. He's out with a concussion that he got last week against the Pirates. So Parker Williams will be the JV quarterback this week. In the backfield, Paul Masano. That's Proy on the right side. Good for a gain of about 4. in games like this where the young guys get to come in, it's nice to see guys to get a little experience under the Friday night lights.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, there's nothing better than high school football. And if you're one of the fortunate ones that can get on the field and get some reps in, these reps are very valuable for these young players.
This definitely isn't the first time the JV squad has gotten reps under the lights, but every single one of these plays matter to these guys and really to the coaches, because you're losing about 5 seniors next year. That opens 5 spots for the younger guys to come and take. So really fighting for a job for next season here. Hand up the middle of the freshman Palmisano. He gets the first down plus a couple more. Clock winds down to 2:05. The Eagles have it 1st and 10 from the Chagrin 45.
Yeah, I think there's no question these young players have been looking up to these seniors for 4 straight years, watching them when they were playing in middle school and biddy ball, and now they can take the field and replace them in a game like this. It's no question it's got to be a great feeling for these young guys.
That was Dominic Palmisano's first varsity carry. Good for a first down. Clock now at 1:33 to play. Williams under center. And he's going to keep it himself on a sneak.
But sure looks like they're just going to run the clock out after that play. Slow moving quarterback keeper.
Clock's at 1:10. Eagles should be able to kneel this one out now. They have it 2nd and 8 from the 46. Eagles lead 34-0 as I'm here with special guest, Mr. Dave Yost. Dave, thanks for joining me. It's been a good game tonight.
It's been a pretty good game. Yeah, fast moving with a lot of running of the ball. Eagles have pretty much controlled the entire game on both sides of the ball.
There's Proy on the right side. And the Eagles can let the clock just run out here. 30 seconds left to go.
Coach is waving him over, and that's going to be it.
In their final home game of the season here in Week 10, the Eagles hold on by a score of 34-0. They improved to a record of 7-3 this year, and the Tigers fall to 4-6. Scoring tonight for the Eagles were Luke Smith with a pair of touchdowns, Kenny Young with 2 as well on 2 QB sneaks that we kind of called. And then Jake Wilson got a touchdown, as well as the freshman Bryce Pete.
That was a nice win. These young guys got to wake up early. It's a nice long bus ride to Chagrin in the morning.
With that, all the Eagles can do is hope that they can get home field advantage in the playoffs and hope that a couple teams in the area can lose, a couple teams can win to secure them a spot in the top 8. I'm Jack Cafaro here with Dave Yost. Stay tuned Monday for a recap video of this game. Have a great week, and go Eagles.